No, you get yours first.
What?
You get yours first.
No?
Yeah, I'm quitting golf.
You're
Doesn't make any difference to me.
Yeah.
What do you say is here?
What size is that?
That's cold now. No shame.
Philip has a big task tonight. Like, my swing is completely wrong. My stance is completely wrong. My grip is completely wrong. The only thing is right is
Nothing.
nothing. So I'll be interesting. Like, we've literally been standing here for 20 minutes waiting for Dougie to get changed. I think he might fancy Phil. I don't know, but he's been.
I'm married, like.
What?
I'm married.
I'm what?
Suppose that's true, like. I'm comfortable.
Can you hear me? Yo! Stop breathing so heavy on there, Dougie. In the last video, Dougie just. All you could hear was Dougie breathing, so he's holding his breath at the moment, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, welcome again. We're doing something a little different tonight. We're in Carryduff, in the middle of nowhere, because Philip Cafola has invited us up. Well, we sort of asked him. He's going to give us a live lesson, so we're going to put that up on our YouTube. It's going to be good, isn't it, Dougie?
Oh, I have a lot to work on, like.
Yeah.
So do you.
So do I. But yeah, I've never had a lesson in my life, so
You're
yeah.
overswing.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject.
No, I don't know. I have a lot to work on, like. I wouldn't say my swings are really bad, but it just doesn't go where I wanted to go, so hopefully it can help me that way.
And your hips, you sort of need to
Yeah, I
like,
need to move the hips a bit better, like.
yeah, loosen them a wee
I
bit.
need to
you know.
limber up a bit more.
Okay.
Let the audience hear your voice.
Hello.
Say what we taught you tonight.
I can't. I can. This against your minds with that.
So Mickey's just moved over from Argentina. Well, he's been here for about a year now. But he's learning all the Northern Ireland slang, so it's funny hearing him saying it.
How are we?
Isn't it?
Oh, you're not videoing all the way.
Some spot. Oh, aye.
It's a mess. It's not even finished yet.
The boy in here the other night, he got 290 out of it.
My granda had one of these, right?
It's my dad's.
And I had it flat out, like. I love it.
My dad got that when he was 18. He's 62 now.
I put it.
Anybody local, make sure you check out the Olive in Grey Abbey. It's pizza, isn't it? Like pasta and
Yeah, it's
Italian sort of a...
Italian themed restaurant. Yeah.
No excuse. Oh, there'll be plenty.
Yeah, you can strike again. Yeah. Oh yeah, his lower half's aiming way right. Yeah.
I know that. Look at how wonky. Like,
Yeah.
Mickey, look at
and
that.
then like say if you set up right, just to show you. So I'll kind of go through what's happening in your swing, and then right. So set up there. So number one, see your grip. Mm-hmm. This is very weak, right? So see if you take this hand off, right, and just open that one up. Just like open it up as in So that there, whenever you have it, there's like the knuckles are very target based. You can't really see any.
Okay. Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
if you open it up, we want it in the fingers and then a bit more on top. So see when you look down now, what can you see? Two knuckles?
Yeah, two knuckles.
So it's a bit more neutral. And then the palms should just kind of match there. So if you just kind of slot it in, either you interlock or grip, over grip or
See, I'm just like baseball.
Yeah, that's fine. But then see the way that a bit more? That'll feel awkward as hell.
It does. It really does.
So
But that's the way I should be gripping it.
Yeah. It's not that, right? You can grip it weak, you can grip it strong as long as it matches up elsewhere in your swing.
Yes.
This is the thing, like everyone swings different. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying, oh, you have to grip it like that. That's the only way to do it. That's the more standard way to do it, right? But there's a couple of problems in your swing, and then the problem is if you're very weak, and then that there creates a problem in your swing, right?
I see what you mean.
So if you look at that, we'll go to that one first, right? So, So first of all, at setup, right? Setup's not bad, like I say, the lower half, you're obviously aiming quite a bit right there. You can see the right foot's pulled back, and then that there, this whole part of your body's pulled back a wee bit, yeah? So you tend to swing along the path of your feet a bit, which is why you get that positive path, right? most of them. That there one's negative 1.8, you know, so you're kind of going either way. The big thing for me is you need to have a stock shot. So either is a draw or a fade. Nobody hits it straight consistently. It's going to tail off one way or the other. And you need to have a stock miss, right? So you can't have, like, if you fade it, you can't have the high right and the low left. Your miss should never go like this.
Yes.
So if you're going to, for example, your club path there is positive, positive, negative, 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 positive, positive. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. So firstly, if it was me, for you to get better, it needs to be, right, you're either positive or you're either negative. And then we can then decide, right, well, if we're going to be positive, for example, and you're hitting a draw, the ball needs to start right for the ball to draw back, and your bad shot should be a push.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you go and play a course like Kirkuson, and you're like, right, 10th hole, I can't go left, my bad shot's right, hammer it. Yeah? First hole, my bad shot's right, bit more conservative because you can't go right. And all of a sudden, you can play the course, and you can start like going for it and having a bit more confidence because you're leaving yourself your miss. Yeah, because you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes in that first hole, I would imagine there's the odd day you try and play further left, and then you come across it more, and you get that slice.
Literally.
Yeah.
Some days you're playing the draw, and you aim out over the houses and it comes back.
Exactly. So for 99% of people, they get to a good level of playing golf. It's more about like cutting out mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about like hitting like this amazing 200-yard 7-iron into like 10 feet every single time. It's more about like, can you stand up and hit a half decent, consistent shot, and do you know where your bad shot is?
Totally. So that makes sense.
If you're sitting looking at that, right, hands are a wee bit close for my liking, but apart from that, setup's pretty good apart from the feet there, right? And then if you were to look at it from front on, what you'll notice there is there's a wee bit more of like you're setting up on the left side, yeah, so you're a bit like loaded there.
Yep.
And then you kind of have a shift back and then a shift through. So if you look at it here, when you take away, right, there's this big kind of shift into it, yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know, first thing there is your chest, your center point. You can see like how far ahead it is,
Yeah.
right? Then what we do is we turn back, we shift off it, right? And the reason why that there's important, like why that has like an effect on us, is the center of the chest generally controls the low point, right? So that's why with the driver, when you're setting up, we're going like this, you know, and we're tilting and we're getting more behind the ball because we want the low point behind it, because then from that point then it hits up. Whereas with an iron, we want it ahead of it. And that's why you can stripe some of your irons, because whenever you get in here, it's great if the timing's good.
Yes.
But if the timing's bad, you're gonna, you know, it's up here, right? You're like this, you shift off it here. That means at some point on the way down, we have to time it and get in the right space.
Yeah.
But if we don't get right, then there's a chance we duff it within it or any host of shots, yeah?
Yes.
The hips sway a wee bit, so we lose a wee bit of the body angle, but it's a nice turn. And then what happens there is on the way down, we shift into it to get the chest back ahead of that center line.
Yeah.
At impact there, yeah? So that allows us to actually strike the ball. Take away, club gets inside very early, right? Which gives you this here like across the line at the top. And what that means is generally you have to pull the hands down across it, right? And you get a wee bit steep. So for you, sometimes you drop it a wee bit and you get the shallowness, and that's why sometimes the path's positive. But if you're in here to start with and you go up, cross the line, and from here, for you to get back inside, generally what your body would have to do is this, to get the club to go here, because it's quite hard for you to get in this position from there. So all your body can do from there is kind of come down here. And sometimes you get the club in a wee bit, but it's not consistent. And that's why like the consistent shot for you would be a fade, because naturally your body's wanting to come across the ball.
Like whenever I started golf, and maybe it was like a high teen handicapper, that was my shot, Dougie, wasn't it? It was like a fade, or even worse.
Yeah.
You know, like it just spun. So what I did was I tried to like, I knew obviously that there was something going on up here, but like I came round myself more or something at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's why then sometimes
That's like a manipulation though, right? So a lot of people will go, oh, I'm slicing it, and then try to get the club in here. And really what they're doing is they're killing themselves, because from in this position, all their body can do is go like that, unless you're super flexible and you can turn tons from there.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Fowler kind of gets really flat in behind, and then, or would have anyway.
Yeah.
And turns. I'm not that flexible.
Likewise.
most people aren't.
Yeah.
Right? You look at me and you think I'm not flexible, but TPI screenings, I'm actually quite flexible for the golf swing. I know it's weird, right? But
He's going to get into the splits here.
here, you know, like,
That's good, like.
all right, you can go like,
What?
so if you see, try and do that with your feet and your other foot. So you're fine, right? What's
That's
yours?
tough, like.
No, like side by side. Yeah, you're not too bad. You can only turn to there. You can't turn your ankle back. If you can only turn to there, then you're better at setup, flaring out your foot, because that's going to allow you to rotate better and get more speed and power through there, which then Molinari gained like 20 yards doing that.
Wow.
Just purely couldn't rotate enough, and he found that out through like a screening. It's the same way as some people if they have an injury, you know, and you'll find it out and you'll kind of go, right, well, actually I can't turn this part of my body that well, and so you have to adjust the swing for it. But yeah, so you get to the top here, right? And from that position, all you can do is come down a bit steep on it. Now you still try and get the club shallow and in behind you.
Yep.
There. But because we're so steep, like you look at your spine angle there. Right, so we keep it reasonably well. The bum moves in a wee bit and we kind of jump at it.
Yep.
But that, you know, you've had a pretty decent strike in that shot there, so you have 1.34 with what, 7 iron?
Yep.
Yeah, because we've timed everything well.
Yeah.
It's just whenever the timing goes off, and there's why, like, you'll play 6 great holes, you'll hit the ball really well, you hit one bad shot, and then all of a sudden it starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
Kind of L shape we have here.
Yep.
Yeah. So this here position here, ideally what we want to do is be able to get to the top of the swing, hold that, and just rotate until we kind of get over the ball, and then we can allow some release through it. What you don't want to do is release early. So if you set up there, right?
Like with the new grip?
Well, no, you can set up for now, just to show you, right? Go up to the top of your swing. Right? That's not your normal swing, come on. Go up to the top of your swing. You get a bit more turn than that. That's you. Right? So you got this L shape. Ideally, what we want to do is turn. You can see how hard it is for you to do that and how much the club wants to go out there from the position you're in.
Yeah.
So what you end up having to do is you get to here and then you start to release to get the club down on the right path.
Yep.
What that means is you can duff it. So if we hold this L shape, turn, go ahead and turn, down to the ball. From this position, can't physically duff it because we're too far away.
Yep.
Right, so the only option is a good strike or a small thin. Whereas when you're behind and you're throwing it, that leads to inconsistent strike, and the loft can fluctuate massively, right? And the face can move because the hands are the most inconsistent part.
Yeah.
That's where you can like open the face, roll it, etc. That's the part that is the hardest to cut out, but that's what you want to.
Yes.
You want to use the bigger muscles more.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going to the gym and you're lifting weight, it's big muscles. Same in the golf swing. So it's using the upper body on the way back there, a bit of the lower body, and then the lower body starts to turn, the upper body turns, and then you can have a bit of hands at the end.
Yes.
Best players in the world don't have too much,
Yeah.
but some of them do, you know, so it's just a match in your swing, but ideally it's when the hands come in, so they're not coming in up here, they're coming in down here at the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, so if I was going to start somewhere with you, right, so if you set up there, give us another alignment stick there.
So my grip is sort of
So your grip,
fixed.
yeah, so your grip I would change to whatever we have, right?
whatever way I have it.
No, whatever way we changed it to there, right?
Okay,
So with the
yeah.
left hand,
Yeah.
right? Just take a wee step back behind that.
Back.
Yeah, so get both your feet lined up like that. Just don't have to be touching it, but
Yeah.
as long as they're kind of parallel to it, okay? Feel weird already?
I feel like I have like scoliosis or something. It feels like my upper back is so tight.
Yeah. That's there's because you're normally in this position, so when you go around here, it's changing your muscles, yeah?
Crazy, like.
Right.
You want me to be there?
Yeah.
And out a wee bit with my hands, or like.
Yeah, so, well, look at it this way, right? So see if you want to know where your hands should be naturally. Let go your club. I do it, right?
Hang.
So, set up, hands hang, that's where I should grip it, right?
Okay.
So it shouldn't be in here, shouldn't be out here. Generally, they'll fall roughly underneath your chin,
Yeah.
right? The reason for that is it's the most natural position, and then we want a bit of space in here because whenever we're turning, this is where all the speed's coming through, and if we're too tight, what happens is we have to throw the
Yes.
hands, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
all we're changing here, I know it's a weird one to change, the grip, so it's a bit more in the fingers and then over, so you're seeing a couple of knuckles there.
Yeah.
Feet are lined up, and you're probably feeling like you're a wee bit further away from the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna go for it.
yeah, yeah.
This is gonna be a shank.
Doogie's camera. The video isn't on there for that one. That wasn't a bad strike though. Just to hit a couple there to get the feeling for the grip, because it's a weird change. Right?
Pull that a wee bit.
Yeah. Do you not notice on that one there, all his weight went towards his toes?
Yeah.
That's
That
why.
agree?
So you go towards your toes, so then there's your kind of count. You can't really hit it. Imagine setup to go to the top. Imagine as you're swinging down, all your weight's going forward, and then try and push the ball out right. Like you would fall. You would fall.
Yeah.
So if your weight's going forward, your natural instinct is to get this going left to kind of balance you and get you back around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm throwing out a lot of information, and
No, I
normally
get it.
we'd pick a couple of points and just kind of work on that. But see if you're sitting up there, right, go to the top. In an ideal world, what's going to happen is all your weight's going to go in the left ankle like that.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
So that change.
Set up there, go to the top there. In an ideal world, push your left hip back, and then that club goes down here, and then see from that position, hips open, chest open, and you've all the space in the world now to,
Just swing out.
yeah,
So-
you're not stuck. I'd want you to be in a better backswing position to do that.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a process to get there. It's not like, right, yeah. Because if you did that right now, you're going to see some funky shots.
Yeah.
Because you're not in the right position. The club face isn't in the right position.
I'm going forward though, I see what you
Yeah.
mean.
And see the way even on that one, like the hands were in closer. You know, so when you're trying to do a couple of things, like the way I'd always look at it is like nail your setup.
Yeah.
Right? It's fundamentals. Once your setup's done, you can forget about it, and then you have like one swing thought. Just get the feet lined up, get the grip, and a touch further away.
A touch further away.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So see the way here, if you stand behind him,
Yeah.
see the way the hands are kind of under the chin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a bit more space between his hands and his legs.
Yeah.
It's a much more natural position.
Okay. So that's what I need to concentrate on then. Trying to like have more space between the ball and my feet.
Yeah. Pretty
And
much.
then the grip.
Yeah. I'll give you one, I'll look at your backswing here as well, but that's your setup. And the grip alone is going to take a while to get used to.
I should have had lessons ages ago.
It's never too late.
That was a bit better.
Yeah.
You keep me right now, Dougie. Big boy.
Okay. Right, yeah, that looks better, right? So you grip it quite down the grip, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I always use as much of the club as you can, but it's up to you.
Okay.
Right? So don't have too much tension here, right? So see when you come back, your natural is in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at this point here, club's behind the hands, and that face is open, right? So if it's straight up, it's open, it's not square. A lot of people think it's square if it's like pointing upwards. It should match your spine angle.
Okay.
That's square, that's closed. Right? But what we want is that there club in line with the hands or slightly behind, and we want the chest to do most of the work. So at the minute, your hands are your trigger. So you take it back like that.
Yeah.
Set up there. Right? What we want is if I hold your hands and we're just going to turn your chest to here. See where the club face is? Perfect position. Right? And it's going to be roughly in around this area rather than back here. And from that position, you're just going up. And the wrist isn't, you know, the face isn't as open, etc. Right? So.
That's massive genius.
Right. So set up there. So all you want is like just this part of the takeaway. So from here to the here, right? All we're doing, I'm holding your hands, turn chest.
Just turn chest.
That's it,
I
right?
see
And
what you mean.
you've got nearly a full turn here, right? In that first quarter of your swing. So from that position there, we're not thinking about anything else at the minute. So if we're looking at setup, we're looking at like right feet grip there. You can forget about it. Once you're set up, you forget. And all you're looking at is hit that 1 point and then hit the ball.
Okay.
Okay? So we don't care where the ball goes. We just want to see you get into that. Now, so see the way there, the club's behind your hands.
And he's a bit
So the club should be pointing at me.
Like that?
That's better, right? Yeah. So the feeling, everyone's different. So for me, when I start my swing, I'm thinking about getting that left shoulder behind the ball, making sure I'm turning. For you, it might be set up there. You know, we might look at see the back of the right hand. If you feel like you're going to push that out as you turn the chest, that'll keep it in the better position.
Ah, yes.
It's just, you can try a few different things basically
Like that
to see.
nearly? Is it like...
Yeah,
Like
so
that?
that's better there. Right, we don't care about how it looks at the top or where the ball goes.
Yeah.
I just want to see if you can hit that one position.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so there, like you look like you took it straight inside.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you put speed in it, your body went, oh, that's what I naturally do, right? So for this to work, you need to break it down. You need to really take a slow backswing,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes what I would do is like a drill where I would literally go from here to here and stop. And it means if I'm standing, like the biggest help you'll have is feedback. So with a lesson, like I would be standing over you, but if you're at the range, you might be standing by yourself, or you might be sitting there, but you can video them and look at them, right? That's the benefit of having two people. But if you're by yourself, what you're doing is you're setting up there, turn to here, and then you can check it, and then just finish your swing.
Yes.
Might not be the perfect swing, but all you're trying to do is get your body to get to that position and kind of make yourself more comfortable doing that, and then you can move on to something else.
Yeah,
Yeah?
makes sense.
Let's try it again.
Makes sense.
So just get your setup, so, yep. And then just really slow down that initial part of the takeaway. Big turn. And shoot.
No?
Still, I would be so I'd feel like, see that TrackMan? Yeah.
Like
feel
that?
like you're pushing it out towards the TrackMan a bit.
Like that?
Yep. Right?
Okay.
Go for it. See the way he's thinking about it a lot, which is why the strike. And that's what I'm saying. The hard part for most people is don't care about the result straight away.
Yeah.
But do you see the way as soon as he took it away, he's still inside?
Is it still inside?
So if you watch on the screen there, right?
Ah.
Yeah, so the club gets right in behind you really early there.
So early, like.
Yeah.
That's my hands. You can see my hands moving.
Yeah. So like I'll hit a shot here, right? I probably was shankless, so I'm sorry if I'm the one that wrecks your phone. That was. See there? Yeah. So the club's not working in behind, and the face is still kind of pointing down towards the ground here.
Yeah.
So all I'm trying to do there at that point is really turn. Yeah?
Yeah. I see. I see, but it's trying to do it.
Much more handsy and armsy takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's why I don't get much distance then on my arms.
Yeah, because you're not using the big muscles.
Yeah.
You know, if you go pick 100 kg off the ground, you squat, you pick it up like that there, you don't use your arms. That's, yeah. Now, like the result wasn't great, but the backswing did look better there.
Yeah.
Right, now see the way there, naturally, your club has 8 degrees from the inside. You came away from the inside there, which is not normal for you.
Okay.
Right? So like if you were looking at what that shot looked like, it's a draw, like it didn't go anywhere.
But it was a draw.
Look at the shadow, it's a proper draw though, it pushed out right, came back.
I've never hit a draw with my arms.
Yeah, but that's because from where you are, you can't unless you like manipulate it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to stand there and hit draw, 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 draw.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to draw, but naturally once you put your club in the right position there, you were actually able to get from the top of the swing and get inside and shallow.
Yes.
Around. Right, and again. But you'll find like, you know, you hit 5 or 6 balls in a row, you just get the feeling of the strike and then that there's you. Yeah, so see the way the strike's gradually getting better and better there?
Yeah.
But that's because you're not you're thinking about other things. Yeah. And that's the way it should be, really. Yeah.
One more, I'll do one more. I'll do me, lads. It's good though. Like I see where you're going with it. So
Right, get you in there, hit a couple of more up.
let's work it.
Right, so
Stand up in this.
I know. So just finished our lesson with Phil there. Have a lot of stuff to work on. James definitely a lot of stuff to work on. He's hopeless. Nah, just kidding. But no, we really appreciate you taking the time
Yeah,
to come out
100%.
tonight and have a look at the swing and see what we need to do.
I'm
Like,
expecting improvements now. That's
aye.
the main thing, right?
oh, we'll have to go and practice it now, like so.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
definitely.
get back in to see if they've actually made any changes or not.
Definitely something to think about. See you next time we have a match, by the way.
I'm scared. I'm scared now.
Dangerous.
If he can hit one straight, like it's, you know.
When is it though? When is it?